Hi folks! In this video I'm going to make this ceramic coaster gift set. I've used CRICUT blanks and CRICUT infusible transfer sheets. You can find the design space file for this gift box in my Facebook groups. Keep watching! So these are the 4 coasters I'm going to be cutting. I got them all in design space just by going to cartridges, searching for coaster, and I chose these round coasters. And I selected from this group, made them all the same color, and I'm ready to cut. I've attached them together so that I use a minimum amount of transfer sheet and not waste too much. We'll go to make it. Although this pattern doesn't matter if it's mirror image, I'm going to mirror it anyway for the sake of habit. I want to always mirror my infusible ink transfer sheets. We'll click continue. I'm going to select my CRICUT maker. I'm going to choose infusible ink transfer sheets. Everything is set. We're ready to cut. But although I've been using this product for almost 2 months now, every time I use it, I go to the CRICUT heat guide and refresh what I know. So I'm going to choose infusible ink transfer sheet, and I'm doing the round ceramic coasters and apply. You'll see that it gives me the temperature and the time. It tells me what I'll need to complete my project, how to prepare, and even how to stack my materials so that I get the best result. It's really important to follow best practice for best result. So now that I've refreshed, we'll move on to cutting and pressing our project. We're all ready to cut. I've cut my transfer sheet down to an optimal size so that I'm not handling and wasting any more of the 12 by 12 sheet. I'm going to load it and let my machine cut. Okay, so our project is ready. We're going to peel the mat away from the transfer sheet. Go, push that out of the way. Okay, these are 4 individual coasters, so I am going to cut this apart before I start weeding. By the way, before I touch any transfer sheets, I make sure that my hands are very clean, that I have no lotions or cream on my hands, because I don't want it to transfer onto my project and model the colors. So we're going to start by weeding. I always mention that if you try to start weeding on a corner, it's not going to happen. You want to start weeding somewhere on the project, the top or the center, wherever it is that you find easiest to lift the product away. And what's really, really important, super important, is that you cut away this excess carrier sheet around the edges. You don't want it folded over on your coaster because that will throw the coaster off balance and you won't get even heating. So cut away the excess transfer sheet. Super important. Just cut that away. I should say the extra carrier sheet. I said transfer sheet. I apologize. There we go. So we have a circle that will fit nicely on our coaster. And we'll discard this. We're going to repeat the same process for each that we cut. All these little stars that I'm removing and the flowers, I'm going to keep them all because even though they're cut out, they can still be used easily on another project. Here we go. See, when you bend it, it kind of cracks. You actually hear a little snapping sound. So we'll start from there and pull away the excess. There we go. And once again, we'll trim around the edge as close as possible to our shape. And it's a little more time consuming, but for best results, you really want to follow the routine that CRICUT has laid out for you. They spent a long time testing these products and finding the best way for you to use them so you don't waste your product and don't waste your money. There we go. A little piece there. Discard that. And by the way, my touch on this is very light. I'm not pressing down, I'm just stopping it from moving. I hope you can hear that little snapping sound when I bend it a little. And we'll find somewhere to weed the edge. There we go. That's how easy it is to weed this product. And we'll trim again. There's 3. And our 4th. I know some people prefer to weed with tweezers. I like to weed with my hands. I don't use a Whoa, that got away from me. I don't use a pick to weed because I worry about scratching the inks and having a defect in the design when I transfer it. So I don't like to use anything sharp on these inks. There we go. That looks like it. And then we'll just lift the edge. Okay, and we'll trim again. It takes an extra second to trim away this excess carrier sheet, but definitely a good idea to do that. You want it to fit nicely on top of your coaster, whether you're doing the square coaster or the round coaster. So there we go. We have our 4 ready. I'm going to clean this up and get set to press it, and I'll be back to show you how I do that. And we're all ready to go to the next step. I've set my 12 by 10 Easy Press 2 to 400 degrees for 240 seconds. I have my Easy Press mat, and I have 80-pound white cardstock on top of it. This is CRICUT cardstock. I'm going to prepare the coasters. You want to be sure to wipe any dust that might be on them with a lint-free cloth. We're going to set up our graphic. And I've cut tape. We're going to tape on all 4 sides to make sure that the image stays centered, doesn't move, and even more important, doesn't lift. We want it to be perfectly flat, because if you do have it lifting around the edges, it's not going to get the contact it needs from the Easy Press, and your transfer won't be even. We're going to turn it good side down on the cardstock. And we'll continue like that for all 4 coasters. I'm using my very large Easy Press 2 so that I can press all 4 at one time, which is really convenient if you're making these as gifts. There we go, lots of tape. I don't like how I did that one. I'll move it just a little. There we go. That's better. And again, good side down. Wipe again. I know sometimes when we're working on a project, we just want to go fast and see the end result. But it's a really, really good idea to follow the correct process. That's good. Face down. And one more. Our Easy Press is just ready now. Line this up again. So all of my graphics are laying very flat on the coasters. I should get a very nice transfer. Oh, see that? Where it's curling up a little bit? I'm going to add some extra tape. I want these to turn out super nice, so I'm going to be sure that it's really well adhered. There we go. And face down. That looks great. They're close together, so they should heat evenly. We cover with butcher paper. This is the butcher paper that comes in the box of transfer paper, transfer sheets, I should say. We're going to place our easy press straight down. Do not wiggle it around. Start your timer and let it go. This is a long process, so I will fast forward to when it finishes. I've shared a file for this little gift box. It fits the round and the square coasters, so it's a fun way to give. And I've also included 2 lids in case you want a solid lid without the acetate. And we'll fast forward. Okay, we're finished pressing our coasters. We're going to remove our butcher paper, but we are not going to touch our coasters. Think of it as if you put a ceramic baking dish in the oven on 400 degrees. You're not going to reach in and pull out that ceramic baking dish with your hands at that temperature. So let it cool. You do not want to burn yourself by touching the coasters. Just let them be. So once again, I'll fast forward this video to where I'm sure it's cooled down and I can remove the transfer sheet and tape. Okay, so our coasters have cooled down and I'm excited to remove the transfer and see how they turned out. So we're just going to lift the tape. There we go. Oh, they are terrific. I hope you can see the color. They're purple. And you can see how gorgeous they are. The infusible ink has infused right into the finish on the coaster. You have that gorgeous shine on it. And the color is so vibrant, so pretty. Let's see this one. There we go. It's so fun to unwrap these. It's exciting to see how it turned out. I really taped them well, as you can tell. Oh, gorgeous. Just clean them again. These are terrific. I've done all purple. Can see the finish, they're beautiful. This will make such a lovely gift for someone. I don't know who. I love this one. Purple polka dots. There we go. Beautiful. And one more. This one I've put a lot of tape on. Get that out of the way. We don't need that anymore. But you can see that I followed step by step exactly how CRICUT recommends that I do them, and they have turned out beautiful. Oh, love it. The results are terrific. These will make such wonderful gifts for the holidays, or even something like a hostess gift. I'm gonna get a little snip in the tape. There we go. I have a little piece of transfer tape stuck there. There. And heat resistant tape. And they're perfect. I'm so pleased with how these turned out. I have my little gift box. And I'm going to cut 3.5-inch circles to go between each coaster in the box to assure that they don't get scratched. Add some pretty ribbon, and you have a wonderful gift. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like it and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And thank you for watching.